Hi, friends. Hi, soulsters. That's what I call the ladies in my inner circle, soulsters. We are like soul sisters, but better. Welcome. Glad you can join me. Hi to, I have a lot of new followers, and I'm so glad you guys are here. So I used to do a lot of lives, and I haven't done one in a long time. And here's my commitment to you. Hi in Manchester. Nice to see you. Let me know where you're joining from. Sounds like a radio show. Where you're calling in from. I'm in Chicago, by the way, in River Forest, a small suburb. Well, not small. A big suburb to the west. Brazil. Hi in Brazil. So I wanted to join here because of a couple things. I was on the treadmill this morning. You know, when I'm on the treadmill, I get these messages from the vortex, I call them. Messages from my own connection to my higher power, to source, to my guidance. And, oh, this is so exciting. See, I get distracted when you guys write these things. I love it. But China, LA, Kuala Lumpur, New York, Sweden, so amazing. Isn't social media amazing? I mean, the fact that I can be on this live and talking to you in Canada and Mexico and Sydney, Australia, it's so incredible. I love it so much. So, hi everybody. So I was on the treadmill, and my message from the vortex was this. So when I'm on the treadmill, I'm going to walk you through this anytime I come on live, because it's such an important piece of manifestation. When I'm on the treadmill, I do this simple process I call a soul-happy meditation. It contains three things. I connect to source in any way that looks like to me. When I'm in the treadmill, I'm just going connect. I'm just breathing. Sometimes I'm holding on and closing my eyes. Sometimes I'm putting my hand on my heart. And I'm just thinking about dropping from my head into my heart, and I'm just thinking about guidance and connection. Because, you know, on the treadmill, you can't really light a candle, do a mudra. You can't. So on the treadmill, I just go connect, and I connect in any way that works for me. Because I have done this enough that I can command a connection, right? And so can you. So the second thing that I do in my Soul Happy meditation is I visualize an end result of something I want to experience. It's not always the same thing. Sometimes I'm visualizing something in my health and fitness. Sometimes I'm visualizing something in my relationship. Sometimes I'm visualizing something with my career or my new book or speaking on more stages or something in my business, something with the day, like that specific day, or like a vacation or a travel plan or just something that I want, right? I visualize something that's coming up for me right then. And then I ask for guidance. I ask for guidance how to get there, and I ask for guidance. And guidance always comes because I've trained this experience in my body, in my brain, in my soul experience to work. And guidance comes. Sometimes it doesn't come exactly right there on the treadmill. Sometimes the guidance isn't directly related to what I visualized, but guidance always comes. And I'm open for the rest of the day to the guidance coming. So the guidance that came was this: foundation first, foundation first, foundation first. That's all it kept saying, repeating foundation first, foundation first. And I can interpret that for me. Foundation first is the basis of manifesting. It's the basis of living a healthy, fulfilling, soul-led lifestyle. Foundation first. Because for me, foundation, all the ways that what foundation looks like, is putting my state first, how I feel every day, taking aligned action. That's all a foundation. Your state and your story and your strategy, that's all a foundation. And foundation that I think is very overlooked is the foundation of our health and wellness. Because I didn't want to work out today. 9 out of 10 times I want to work out. I am excited to, and I do it joyfully, and like I am just skipping in there and I'm working out hard. 9 out of 10. 1 out of 10, I don't want to. And today I didn't want to. And I have a foundation of a routine. I have a foundation of doing what I say I'm going to do. I have a foundation of knowing that when I do the workout, because of the breathing, because of the moving, because of the soul happy meditation, that I enjoy it and that afterwards I am soaring. It's like 9 out of 10 times I don't want to do a cold plunge. So it's the opposite. 1 out of 10 I want to. 9 out of 10 I don't. But I have a foundation. I had some accountability. Accountability is a huge piece of foundation. So what was coming up for me on the treadmill message from the vortex was foundation first, foundation first, foundation first. And I could speak to that every day for the next 30 days. That's how important it is. Because the difference that I've noticed in my 30 years of teaching manifesting. So I started teaching manifesting and law of attraction right out of college. I would teach what I was learning. So my first ever courses or workshops were called, what were they called? Your best life. It was like a life map. I would teach like a vision boarding process. And then vision boarding, creating your best life. And so I would teach those like right out of college. I would teach anything that I learned. I would just teach it because it helped me learn it better. So I've been teaching law of attraction and manifesting for 30 years. I've had my business for 12, maybe 13 years. And the difference that I see is there's a major difference between manic manifesting and foundational manifesting. And I used to do manic manifesting. And a lot of law of attraction teachings are interpreted as manic manifesting. See, I get messages every day from people saying, how do I manifest winning the lottery? That's manic manifesting. You need to win the lottery because you need to, pay off a bill. And if you don't learn foundational manifesting, and if you don't do identity first manifesting, you could manifest winning the lottery, but you'll never keep that money. You'll be broke again because your foundation is broke. Your identity is as a person without money and a broke person. Make sense? Same thing with our health and fitness. Same thing with our relationships. Same thing with our career. When we try and manic manifest out of desperation and need, sometimes it can happen because we're giving energy, attention, and focus into creating that thing. But if we don't build the right foundation and identify as that, we won't keep it. Make sense? Let me know if you have a question about this. Wait, let me see if there's a question. What books do you recommend for someone who is starting to learn about manifestation? Great question. So I have a book on Amazon. It's called You're a Badass Mom. It is a guide to live your best life. It's not about parenting as much as it's about your inner world. Some of the best books on manifesting is Ask and It Is Given by Abraham Hicks. Rhonda Byrne and her book The Secret and The Magic, I think, are both amazing for manifesting. What else? Genevieve Davis is amazing. I love her books on manifesting. Really amazing. And those are ones that a lot of people don't know about. The first two, a lot of people know about. The Genevieve Davis ones, people don't. So check her out. They're short reads too. They're really powerful. What other questions do you have, guys? So here's what I wanted to tell you though about coming on and doing this live. So I've done lives many times before. One time I did 30 days of a live. I did, it was called Change Your Thoughts Challenge. And so every day for 30 days, I shared a tip or tool of how you can change your thoughts and align them with what you do want and start creating from that space. You can find them on my page. You can go to #ChangeYourThoughtsChallenge and find them. And I should save them in my highlights. I will. But I keep getting this nudge to come on and do a live and answer questions and share my messages from the vortex. And here's what I do with the women in my inner circle. Like, I hold them accountable to listen to that divine inspiration and take action on it. And so I've been listening to this guidance. This is my guidance over here. I've been listening to that guidance to do a live, and I haven't done it yet. I keep just like pausing for one reason or another, and I am going to do it. And then this morning I got the guidance, and I was like, okay, I'm going to do a live. I'm going to start on Monday. On Mondays I'll do Manifestation Monday. On Tuesdays I'll do Change Your Thoughts Tuesdays. On Wednesdays I'll do Winning Wednesdays. Thursdays I'll do Thankful Thursdays. Friday I'll do Future Pull Fridays. Got it. I'll do it Monday through Friday. Boom. And then I thought, why wait till Monday? You don't have to wait till Monday to start a new health routine, to, start working out, to give your husband his love language, to make green drinks a priority, to start doing more outreach in your business, to start sharing reels and posting. You don't have to wait till Monday. You don't have to wait till Monday. You can do it instantly. And so that's what I'm doing here. I'm holding myself accountable to my own lessons and messages and doing it today. So I'm going to do it every day for a while. You mentioned the vortex often. What are you referring to? The vortex for me is just source connection, guidance, light, love. It's where inspiration comes. So it's just my own term that I use. Messages from the vortex, from beyond, from my higher self, that kind of thing. Thanks for asking the question. Any other questions, ladies, before I wrap up? So I'm going to do a live every day for a while. I don't know how long, but it'll be around always after my workout, because my workout, if I do a cold plunge, if I do a walk in the woods, like that's when I'm getting in great guidance. If I did it first thing in the morning, it wouldn't be the same. I wouldn't get the same downloads and the same guidance. So around 10:30 Central Time is when I'll be popping on. And thank you for saying that you love my content. Thank you. I love doing this. It's one of the things I'm most proudest of in the world, is this community that I've built here on Instagram of you amazing people, and this work that we get to do together. So I'll be doing some stories. In my stories, I'll be asking for maybe some themes or some questions that you want answered in case you missed the live. So some questions that you might need answered, and like what you'd want me to cover on the lives. So check out my stories and chime in. I love to engage with you guys. I'm the one who reads every one of my messages and replies to everything, and I love being a part of that and a part of your lives. So thanks for being here. I'll see you in my stories and see you on the next live tomorrow. Hope you have a great day. Get out of your own way, and remember, foundation first. Okay, bye.